Hey everyone, welcome to the VeChain video today, and today is February 21st, 2020, and it is getting close to a few hours before the end of the of our weekly Monday through Friday session. Yeah, we're getting close to the end of the Friday here, just a few hours away. And before I get started, of course, this isn't financial advice. I'm not your financial advisor. I'm just giving my opinion on the market, and you're responsible for your own trades, managing your own risk, doing your own research. And I do want to take a look at VeChain and what the chart looks like, and um, yeah, just kind of see where I think things are potentially going here. So let me go ahead and switch over the chart so you can see what I'm looking at. And before I get over here, the title of this video is that the VeChain army needs to do general. You're going to see what I mean here in a second, because I think that there is some more downside to VeChain before we see some significant upside. So if there is a VeChain army out there, you guys need to work a little bit harder. It's because I'm seeing us potentially moving back down to anywhere between 5,600, 5,700, maybe only so far as 6,000. But I do think that we do have some downside ahead of us here. So what I can see here, we can get a nice impulsive move, a nice 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 1. Then we have an A, B, C into the 2, and then from here we've got, it's kind of ugly, this 3. I'm not sure I'm married to this 3 up here, just because of the amount of time it took. But if you put the 3 up here, you go too deep. You go too deep into this, and you have some overlap on the 1. The only thing that really makes sense is this 4 right here. It doesn't overlap. So that's the only reason why I like the 3 up here. But it just doesn't look good. It doesn't look good. I'm not a real big fan of this count at all. I haven't found a better way to count this, but this is kind of what I'm stuck with for right now. Then we've got, pullback here, an ABC pullback into the 4. It happened really quick, about half the amount of time it took to correct this too. And then we make a nice 1, 2, 3, 4 little flag up here to get us our 5. Now we're in the middle of a correction. We're in a corrective phase. And I believe that we're correcting from this move here all the way up to this move up here. And we came down in 5. Okay, let me zoom in on this so we can see this. All right, so we came down in 5 moves. And let me just outline this, get my polyline tool. All right, so we've got basically a 1, a 2, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 into the 3, A, B, C into the 4, and then we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we can make that work. Let me turn this white so you can see it a little better. We can make that work. That works for us. Then from there, you've got a nice A, B, C into the A, B, C into the B, and then an A, B, C into this C up here, which would be the B. So we basically, this 5 move, this would be the A, then an A, B, C into the B, and then I think we're in the middle, I think we're in the middle of another 5 wave structure down. So we've got a 1, 2, and then I actually don't think this is the 3. What I actually think, we've got a 1, 2, 3 working on the 4, and then we're going to go into a 5 to put in this 3. Then we come back for the 4, which is probably going to find some rejection here at this level, at the 6,300 level. But I actually think we come back down here to this 5,700 level. So in other words, what I believe I see here is I've got a 1, a 2, we're going to get a longer 3, and then we're going to be consolidating for the 4, get a rejection here, where we've got this low, we've got this low, we've got these lows, probably get some rejection there, and then we go down for the 5, down to maybe 56, 5,700. Oh, excuse me. So I do think that VeChain has upside after it's got more downside. Very similar to what some of the other alts are looking like. We've got our 12-hour that's down here in oversold territory. We've got the 1 hour that's already crossed. The 3 hour, not quite there yet. Not quite there, but more than likely these are both going to come down to this level again at the same time that the 12 hour is here. If we get the 1 hour, the 3 hour, and the 12 hour down here at the same time, it's going to be a good opportunity to buy. We've had a chance back here to do a little bit of a swing. We came back down right here to do another buy for a swing. But I think that probably what we're going to get a better opportunity down here at a lower price. I don't think that Vechain is going to have any significant upside compared to where it's at. Invalidation, in case you're curious, invalidation is going to be on the other side of this low right here. That low right there is going to be invalidation. It's not very far from where we're at right now. So, right now we're sitting here at 66.86, talking about 69.33 as the potential invalidation zone for this. So if it does happen to come up here back above 69.33, then I would say we're probably done with this correction and potentially we're moving up higher. But ultimately, I do think that we've got some more downside ahead of us. And if Bitcoin continues to do what it's doing, I think that it probably lends to that being a good possibility as well, especially if Bitcoin fails to stay above 9,700. If we continue to trade below 9,600 on a consistent basis, then I do think that that this alt specifically, not all of them, but this one, has that potential to come back down here to this level. If 56, 5,700 fail, it's more than likely coming down here to 5,100. So just be prepared for that in case this fails. It depends on how weak the market is. Very possible that this does come back down here. So, ultimately, looking at the 12-hour, Vechain has done fairly well. Vechain has done fairly well here. From being all the way back down here at 28.40 or so, it's done 200%. And I don't believe this is alt season in any way, shape, or form. And it's still done 200% since late October. So that's pretty good. That's pretty good that it's actually done that well in this amount of time, which really is only a few months. I'm not getting too caught up in this. The 12-hour does look like it wants to make another move to the upside. So if it is, taking a fib pull from down here to the top, looking at this 50% is probably where things are going to land. So my my TradingView chart just decided to go crazy on me here. So let me pull this back over. Again, taking this fib pull from this bottom to this top, coming back down here to the 50. We haven't gotten there yet. That's at 6,100. If we break down below these, the 618 is probably where things are going to go. If we're looking for a larger correction, let's just take a look at this. Coming down here to the bottom, the 382 is sitting right there at 5,500, 55, maybe 5,600. So lots of confluence here, depending on where you're doing your fib pulls from. Looking pretty good to be buying down here in this area. There's definitely some confluence down here. So down here in this range is where I would be considered buying, or where I would consider buying. I wouldn't necessarily consider buying where we're at right now. I do think that we are going to have a little bit of downside, and we take a look at our Stokes, and it supports that theory that we're going to have a little bit more downside ahead of us. Likely it's going to take some time, so you're going to have to exercise some patience. But I do think ultimately we come down below 6,000, and that's where you would be able to load up. I would be setting some bids there because more than likely it's probably going to happen very fast. All right, guys, that's what I've got on Vechain. If this video helped you in any way, shape, or form, like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. And wherever you are in the world, I hope you're having a good day, a good night, and a good evening.